I don't know what it is. Like, did I kick his cat? Or, forgive me for saying, try it on with his missus? Know what I mean? Like, now, you've heard one side of this shit show. It's only fair that you hear my side. The truth is, I don't want to have enemies. I don't want to fight people unless I have to. I don't even want to argue with people. I want to be mates. I'm all about peace and love, man. Know what I mean? I respect women, even the ugly ones. Now, Jeff told you this story through a therapy session. He was trying to make himself feel better, whereas I'm just going to give you the facts. Therapy? Fuck that shit. Paying 60 odd quid a week to talk to some old posh cunt about his shit. Fuck right off. I tell you what's a load of bollocks. Doctor-patient confidentiality. It's a complete lie. If you tell your therapist that you're shagging your wife's best friend, do you honestly think they don't go home and tell the wife and kids? Fuck off. How could you keep that juicy shit to yourself? Trust me, there's no way they're keeping quiet. I think it's all a big joke, therapy. Just pay money to whine about shit. Just get on with life. Don't be such a fucking melt. Know what I mean? Anyway, long story short, me and Paul are off down pub one night for some bevies. We get there. There's these two geeks over by the pool table. One of them's staring at me, and it's weird as fuck. So I politely ask him, the fuck are you looking at? So he says to me, I'm looking at you. What a cheeky twat. Why are you looking at me? So he says to me, I can't put my finger on it. Is this guy for real? What's that even mean? What's he supposed to put his finger on? I don't understand this kid. I keep asking him questions. He's been a right sarky bastard. Paul takes me to one side and says, Rich, I'm being serious. We should bail. This guy is fucking nuts. Well, I can't back down now, can I? So he says to me, well, you best defuse the situation fast, because I'm not getting you out of this one. It's alright, I've got a plan. Listen, pal, you think you're hard, don't you? Well, let me tell you something. You ain't hard, because I'm hard, and I'm gonna fucking look at your fucking face, you bastard. I'm only taking the piss, mate. To be fair, I was only taking the piss, kind of. So then he introduces himself, Jeff, and his very boring friend Ned. Then we all get absolutely shit-faced. Jeff tells us a poem. I hate poems, but this one's got swearing in. His mate's gone home now. They're about 10 pints in. Somebody to Love by Queen is playing on the jukebox. Jeff gets up on pool table, right? Starts singing along, but using a pool cue as a microphone. Me and Paul think, fuck it, that looks like a laugh, so we join in. He's definitely weird, Jeff, but he's alright. He's a geezer. You know what I mean? He's not threatened by people. I respect that. Anyway, long story short, I'm sat at home on my laptop looking for jobs. I got fired from my last job because my manager kept giving me shit about turning up late. I told him to stop being a wanker or sack me. He went with sacking me. I'm also at hiring. There's a paragraph on job expectations, and no word of a lie, it says, although not essential, good customer service is preferred. Definitely looks like an option for me. I also don't have to give dickhead as a reference. My criminal record might be a problem. We'll see. Vicky could be very abusive when we were together, especially when she didn't get her way. I never fought back because it's never been in my nature to hit a lass. But the relationship was doomed to failure. She was pretty pissed when I ended it. Even more pissed when I started seeing someone new, especially considering I'd only broken up with her the day before. I was at the pub with my new girlfriend, having a relaxing evening of drinking and watching pissheads sing out of tune. Then Vicky showed up, shouting abuse at us for everyone to hear. Didn't rise to it, no point. But she just kept going on till she got reaction. That's how she works. I wouldn't have laid a finger on it if she hadn't grabbed Sarah by the throat. Not knowing my own strength, I knocked her on the floor. She cracked her head open. I didn't mean to hurt her. I was just trying to protect Sarah. But everyone was quick to paint me as the bad guy. It's always been my luck. I've got a lot of enemies at the Dancing Tiger, so they're happy to tell the police that I'm just a violent thug. I'm not saying I don't ever lose my shit, but if I do, there's a good reason for it. So obviously I got that job at Mazda. It was a piece of piss, the interview. It was all yes or no questions, ending with, can you start right now? We're at the pub after work. I'm ragging Jeff's arse at pool, while my girlfriend Jem is sat to the bar. Some drunk nonce has just sat next to her. And I'm thinking to myself, what's his game? Then he puts his hand on her leg, and I know what his game is. I think to myself, no, can't accept that. No way. So I march up to him and shout in his face, stop it, now. I go back to the pool table, and Jeff's just staring at me, like I'm a weirdo. It's a funny thing about Jeff. He sees me acting a certain way. He just don't get it. We're worlds apart. He don't know where I come from. I was a right head case at primary school. I've calmed down now, like. There was this one kid who was annoying me. He could tell I wanted to hit him. Funny thing is, the more he told me not to, the more I wanted to hit him. So, I hit him. Whenever something like that happened, the school always told Dad. Then I get a battering from him. I always thought there was something dodgy about the way Dad brought me up. I just couldn't make sense of it when I was a kid. I remember after school, I saw the other kids being picked up by their mums and dads and had these feelings of anger and jealousy. I didn't know what it meant. They were just feelings. I'd walk home, alone, feeling. Then I'd get in, see my dad, who was normally passed out on the sofa at this time. Go upstairs, lie in my bed, try and be as quiet as possible. And then I didn't mind it most of the time. It meant I had a lot of freedom. I usually just hung out with the other kids on my estate. Well, the fucked up ones. So I met Paul. Anyway, long story short, Michael is a weirdo. He sat next to me at lunch one day, and he stank of shit. I moved to the other end of the table and said to him, shower not working at yours? So he said to me, I don't have showers, I have baths. In my experience, people who have baths instead of showers are weirdos. I didn't tell him that. I just said, that figures. We're getting on alright for about 5 minutes. Then, no word of a lie, he said to me, have you ever wanked over gay porn? The fuck you on about? So he said to me, statistically, 1 in 5 straight men have wanked over gay porn. There's no way that can be true, Michael. That statement contradicts the very definition of being gay. If a man can get hard over another man, it's because he's gay. You know, so a straight bloke couldn't possibly knock one out over gay porn. You wouldn't even get a semi on. What you actually mean is 1 in 5 blokes who claim to be straight are either gay or bisexual. Just basic science, innit? So he said to me, no, it's true. I looked it up on the internet. What do you mean you looked it up on the internet? Why would you do that? So he said to me, I was curious. Michael, have you wanked over gay porn? So he said to me, I tried, but I couldn't do it. What do you mean you tried it? What? Well, I mean, you know, you couldn't do it, so it kind of proves my point. But why would you try and do something that contradicts basic science? So he said to me, well, I was curious, but I'm not 1 in 5. Well, you're 1 in summit. And then he changed the subject and said to me, do you have a girlfriend, Rich? Don't really do girlfriends nowadays, just shag about. Shagging, drinking and fighting, that's my Saturday night. Don't know what you do your Saturday nights, Michael. Probably wank over gay porn in the bath. So he said to me, does your bravado stem from some kind of childhood insecurity? What do you mean? So he said to me, usually macho behaviour is merely a cover-up for some unpleasant feelings associated with one's childhood. Perhaps you were bullied at school, or maybe you're searching for a higher purpose in life that is so far out of reach that you feel the need to act out aggressively. Or maybe you lack a good father figure. Right, that's it. Get the fuck off my table now, you smelly ass cunt. Michael's the sort of bloke to end up on a Netflix documentary. I'm telling you, the guy's a freak. You only need to spend 5 minutes with him to know the rumours are true. Anyway, long story short, last night Michael tried it on with my sister. I've no intention of doing anything about it. It's like I say, I don't want to fight people unless I have to. Saying that, next time I see him, I'll tell him what I think of him. think I've got a right to do that at least. Only Jeff's got other ideas. He's given me a lecture about it all in staff canteen, telling me how I'm overreacting about Michael being a creep around my sister and how I should just let it go because the guy's got problems. I'm sorry, but we've all got problems. If I could use that excuse, I'd be laughing. Nobody's got bigger problems than me. But we all have to take responsibility for our actions. So we're at the pub that evening, and Michael's there with his mate. Don't know what he's doing there. Wouldn't have thought it was his scene. Anyway, I'm just glad that he is. Me and Paul follow him outside the pub. I shout over to him that he's a dirty nonce. And for some reason, that sets him off. He grabs me by the throat, starts throttling me. The guy's gone mad, even more mad than he was before. He's just screaming in my face. I wish he'd close his mouth. I'm getting this whiff of pork scratchings and non-alcoholic beer. Yes, they serve non-alcoholic beer. Fucking disgrace. Then Paul grabs hold of him, and that's when that shit-stirring bastard comes out to see what's going on. And then, you know what happens next. I'm lying in my sofa bed, and I hear a knock at the patio door. I get up to see who it is, and it's this freaky-looking clown dressed as Mick Hucknall. He says to me, but he don't say to me, because, you know, it's a dream. Hiya, Richie! Who the fuck are you? So he says to me, but he don't say to me, let me in, Richie. I'm your friend. No way. This is some Stephen King shit. So he says to me, but he don't say to me, please let me in, Richie. I want to play. Well, you ain't playing with me, you dirty nonce. Fuck off. So he says to me, but he don't say to me, poor little Richie. Just a scared little boy hiding behind all that tough guy talk. Afraid to let the clown inside. It's 6 a.m. and my head's fucked from last night. I wake up to some loud knocking. I go to the door, open it up, expecting to be greeted by some freaky clown or maybe a vampire this time. But no, it's just a regular human being. Well, police officer. He looks me up and down like I'm a freak and says to me, are you Richard Maguire? Yeah. So he says to me, I think you better come with me, young man. And here we are, the police station, not in fucking therapy. So he says to me, can I ask, why on earth are you dressed as a clown? Well, I got really pissed last night and I don't remember a right lot after what happened with Michael, but basically, I had this dream that Mick Hucknall showed up at my flat saying that he wanted to come inside and play with me. Then I woke up dressed as a clown. So he says to me, right, you get pissed after you attack this lad, have a sex dream about Mick Hucknall, and wake up dressed as a clown. And then I finish. Well, yeah, obviously. I'm being serious.